Hey folks, Jeff here. Just real quick discussion this morning. Something that a lot of people are worried about when they're first trying to buy a home. We're talking here about first-time buyers most of all. They want to find a place that is exactly what they need, and that's reasonable. It's a big investment. You want it to be as good as possible. But recently I had a buyer make an interesting analogy. And it's something that really struck me because of seeing how hard buyers have to work. The way that it had been put to her by a lender, so I'm not taking credit for this was the lender's description, was that buying your first house is like jumping on a moving train. Now, if the train is moving and you're trying to jump onto a very specific car, it's really difficult. You have to time that exactly right, or you can end up in big trouble. On the other hand, if you just get onto the train, then you can move up and down the train to the appropriate car that works best for you. Now, most of us probably don't spend a lot of time jumping trains, but stick with the illustration for just a minute. When you're trying to buy a house, especially your first home, the biggest challenge is often the fact that it's just hard to get on the train. It's hard to get into a home. And then when you add the complexity of looking for something that is absolutely perfect, it becomes just that much harder. So maybe the best thing to do is to get into something that works for you. And then maybe a few years down the line, when maybe the market is in a different position or you are in a different position, you'll already be on that real estate train. You'll have equity in that home. And if you need to make a change at that point, you can. You can sell your home. You can take the equity. You can roll that over. You can move to a different car on the train. Just a nice way of looking at part of the challenge, especially for first-time buyers, something to keep in mind. If you're in that situation, if you can use a hand getting onto that train, please give me a call. 801-556-2259.